is it you pray for?
Welcome to the 12th episode of Abyssal Musings with myself, Samuel the Infamous, and my co-host Lawrence Knight, who is
I was
currently embattled in the chat.
Oh, there's no battle. I was first.
Dude, Ryan, if you ain't doing anything, I'll throw you the link.
Yeah, and that was my idea, Ryan. We've got a lot to discuss tonight.
But as for that, Larry being the only cocksucker here, I mean.
And his spit is still on the shaft.
Yeah. Oh man, that's just this has been, by the way, you guys have made my damn day. It's been a shit day. Yeah, all right, we'll do. Give me just a couple of minutes. So Larry, while I'm doing that, you wanna kind of lead in?
Yeah. So guys, I just want to say, Merry Christmas to all of you. In all seriousness, um, I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure you guys know. The holidays are hard for people. I personally just found out that my uncle is dying, and he's got about doctors say he's got about 4 weeks to live, and if they are correct, which we know that doctors are usually they're making a guess as to when somebody's going to pass. But if they're right on the money, um, he will likely pass either on my grandmother's birthday, my birthday, or his, because our birthdays are literally right next to each other. There's like a day space between us and between myself and my uncle, and that's it. But I want to encourage you all that if you this is the time of year, really, especially that if you got people that especially family or friends that you're not getting along with right now, you might want to kind of look at, in the greater scheme of things, what's most important and what's not, because you don't know how much time you've got with them. Hey, Michelle, um, and we missed you too. But I for one want to let you all know I appreciate every last one of you. Ozzy, Michelle, Ryan, uh, mandatory. I know he's not here right now, and guys, that's the other thing too, is I did reach out to mandatory the other day, and I extended the opportunity. He's always welcome, and he knows he is. But I had told him, I said, hey man, probably wants to know why you don't come on Thursday nights. And he was like, I gotta get up at 0400 and leave me alone. And he said it with a smile on his face, but carries with us in spirit. But I just wanted to encourage you guys that if there's somebody right now that you're not getting along with, even if you got to be the bigger person, just think about the grand scheme of things, and just kind of just think about whether or not you don't know how much time you got with someone. And the last time I saw my uncle, he was yelling at me for about 2.5 hours, because he was led to believe that I had done something wrong. And so his response was to set me straight, not knowing that he'd pretty much been lied to. And that was the last conversation I had with him, and that was about 4 years ago. So I'll be calling him tomorrow to straighten that out, because I don't want a day to go by without fixing that. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you have someone in your life and you've got some issues like that going on, take the first step and fix it, because in the grand scheme of things, it's just not worth it. And Michelle, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know the name of the book, everything, so we can get that promoted. We'll get we'll give Amira a call and get that and get that put out. I love poetry. I will be the first in line to buy that book. I will be the first to buy that book.
She actually sent me some poetry earlier this year and asked for my input on it. Michelle, if you don't mind, I can forward those to Larry. If you'd rather not, just let me know. But yeah, if you're cool with it, I'll forward those to him so he can have a taste, as it were.
Yeah, or I'm willing to purchase them from you also, preferably before the beginning of the year. Since the IRS is coming after everybody's everybody's little internet money.
Yeah. So now that we're all here, oh, by the way, Michelle, welcome to the channel. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll send those to him. I got to dig them out of my email, but yeah, I will absolutely forward them to him.
Thank you, Michelle.
Welcome to the channel. I believe this is the first time I've seen you in the chat on my channel. Welcome. We do this show every Thursday night, more or less. And then there's a bigger show that we do Saturday afternoons, and then some other stuff. Which, by the way, I should apologize to those of you who care about the gaming streams. I haven't done any in like a week because I've been huddled under about 18 blankets trying not to die. It's very cold where I am, so. But yeah, welcome. And I want to welcome everybody else in as well. I'm not going to bring up some of these chats on screen because my mother watches these, but I see Logical Spock was here. If you're still here, buddy, welcome. And then yeah, there's a bunch from Lawrence and Ryan who are just saying some awful shit to each other, which made my damn day. But then we got definitely have Ozzy here. Ozzy is always glad to have you, man. Always. So, but yeah, welcome, Michelle. I'm going to continue to call you Michelle if that's okay, because I don't speak or Gaelic and I'm not great at it. and I'd rather not mispronounce the name that you have on screen. But okay.
I'm gonna find out how to pronounce it, and
I
also
probably
poetry.
could if I gave it a shot, because like my ex-wife's middle name is also very, very Gaelic, and her last name is extremely Gaelic, and I could pronounce both of those with no trouble. But it's just, no offense, Michelle, but you guys got way too many freaking vowels going on. Too many vowels and too many double consonants. And the accents are sometimes in weird places. So.
Hey, guys. Now, Sam, you said you had an update.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if you go to my community tab, I put an update in there this morning when I first saw the video. Captain Corey of Crack in the Box here on YouTube. Not only is he at almost 250,000 subs, but his silver play button came in the post this morning. So he did it. He got his wish. Now I think that why should we stop there? Let's get him up to 1 million.
Yeah, I agree. And Michelle, I'm looking very forward to your book. I definitely want to hear about your journeys. That sounds. I know that book is beautiful.
Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah, it's. We usually get that kind of like low temps here too, but it doesn't normally hit till February, so we've got a bit of a run up to kind of get used to the cold first, but not this time. We just got hit with that Arctic fucking blast. That I looked on a temp map today. I was just telling Larry in the backstage, there are parts of the Arctic fucking circle that are warmer than where I live right now. So
that's bad. So hey, Michelle wants to know what's a good idea to have her poetry be a progression from her teenage years into adulthood. I would say, Michelle, I'm sure as you know, we're all adults here. When your thought processes started to change. For example, 14-year-old Lawrence didn't think like 17-year-old Lawrence. 17-year-old Lawrence didn't think like 18-year-old Lawrence. I remember on my 18th birthday, when I woke up that morning, the first thought on my head was, it wasn't, hey, today's my birthday. Who can I guilt trip and they give me something for free? It was, any mistake that I make now will put me in jail with grown men, and I was tiny back then. I was probably 150 pounds. And I knew that the consequences for my actions were a lot worse. So I had to, playtime was over as far as being a kid and just getting in people's faces and always being ready to fight. I was like, no, if I go to school today and I get into a fight, I'm not going to juvie. I'm not going to juvenile hall. I'm going to an actual jail until my mother comes and bails me out. So I would say, Michelle, take your writings and categorize. Just go in line with the age you were when you wrote them, and they'll speak on their own. Each of your poems have their own story, I'm sure, but with each one, as you've progressed throughout the years, everybody's going to see the difference. So just put them in order.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. I used to keep back when I wrote stuff more frequently. I used to keep notebooks that I numbered, and it was a literal progression through that part of my life. Only like 2 of them survived, and I only have 1 of them in my possession. I don't remember who has the other, but yeah, it just, like, if you were to put them all next to each other and read them in the order, you could see as I grew how my mindset changed, and how my thinking changed as I got older. So I think Larry's right about that. After all that heartfelt stuff, I noticed that Ryan came in, and he was just straight mad dog in the camera.
I had to come in with appearances. Okay, come on now. No.
It's all good, Ryan. Welcome.
No, it's good, Samuel. Thank you for having me on, and Lawrence. Obviously, we talk a lot of shit in the chat, but I actually, you guys interrupted me from watching a YouTuber who apparently hates the majority of us because we're all. It's such a woke parody, but it's not a parody. It just it's what the hell is this called? It's objectively anyway, long story short, I put pants on for this. So how you guys doing?
Well, we thank you for that.
I didn't want to do the Vic Mignogna.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants, man. It's like freaking minus 50 degrees outside right now, and the cold's coming through the walls.
Okay, well, don't tell my mom, but I'm flying home for Christmas for the first time in like 12 years, so it's a surprise. But yeah, I'm going home to Colorado where it's like negative 13 right now.
Yeah, no, that's officially what it says where I live too. It's not negative 13. It's way past that.
Shit.
It's way past that. I mean, hell, yesterday we almost got down to temps that make steel brittle.
Oh shit!
For those of you who don't know, I know Ozzy knows, but for those of you who don't know, that's minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That is like even Celsius. Minus 70 Celsius isn't anywhere near as cold as that.
Well, it's funny they do the temperature, be like -3, and of course, like with the wind chill, it's -27, and you're like, then it's -27. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah. Michelle, if you're getting dogged by somebody, does he know you're married? If he knows you're married, then at a certain point, you're just gonna have to like be hurtful.
Yeah, or block him. I have a few friends who went through that. One of them, it started out the same way, and it turns out that it was an ex-boyfriend that she knew that was in jail, got out, and messaged her on Facebook. He did the same thing, and she told him she was married, and she was nice about it. And his response to her kindness was to start stalking her. To the point that her husband was ready to take lethal action. It got that bad. So,
by all means,
yeah. If he knows you're married, yeah, just cut him off
and report him to Facebook.
But all right. So all that said, and I mean, we kind of skipped over officially introducing Ryan here to those who don't know.
Oh no, it's fine. I think I've been on the channel enough times. Don't
No.
don't worry about it, dude.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In that case, I will just
Yeah, there that. Hold on, I gotta switch. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, the wiping of the mouth did not help.
You are so you should count yourself lucky. I still have the dildo meme, the other dildo meme, but I did not upload to StreamYards the one that she made gooey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was some special work on Kohai's part. We got to put her in touch with some people.
Oh,
Yeah, she's definitely creative.
well, like I said, we know some people, so
Yeah, absolutely. So this being the Thursday show, we generally don't get as much into politics on this one. It's mostly pop culture, weird news. Sometimes we just talk about the weather for 45 fucking minutes. It goes that way. So actually, I think the very first show that Lawrence Knight and I did of this, we did talk about the weather for 45 minutes.
Yeah, we did. and people loved it. And we just looked up, and I think like 2 hours went by.
Oh, Shadow, you better hope she's not watching this.
Oh, Shadow. Baby nuts in making.
Yeah. I was going to not show this tonight, buddy, because I was going to give you a little bit of break, but you had family obligations and Kat had work obligations, and I did not get my Thursday Merry Madness, so vengeance is mine.
That's still so classic. Why not show it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kohai in the comments last week, Kohai was just very nicely, "Hey Lawrence, why don't you show me your face so I can make a really nice meme?" I'm like, "You don't lost your mind."
Well, we did. She did say that, and then and I was just like, if you poke around on the internet a little bit, his face is out there.
Yeah,
and if not,
Yeah.
he's got a perfectly memeable robot head here. So. Yeah. Well, that's because I didn't really feel like doing it, man. We could, I guess. That's not really on the agenda tonight. I know you and I are going to disagree about that because I know what you're talking about with the popular image of Santa Claus these days being created by Coca-Cola in the early part of the 20th century, and I agree that a lot of that commercialized version of that, yes, absolutely happened there. A lot of other stuff is much fucking older though.
Well, you know how I feel about this, man. I mean, guys, we do have a set program, but we use it as a suggestion. I mean, we've got Ryan on, we've got, if you guys got something you want to talk about, we can always do. Like I said, we're good to go. We can flow with anything.
Yeah. So, but I will say too, though, that pagans historically are notoriously bad at not writing shit down. It was really the Christians and the Romans who brought that to them. Most of them, especially the European pagans, they mostly it was oral tradition, and a lot of that stuff never got written down. So some of it's a little dicey in terms of like accuracy. But
I do have a slight question. Has anybody actually seen the new Santa Claus series?
No,
I haven't.
You have, Lawrence?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I haven't either. I heard it had some hiccups.
Yeah, well, you really think Disney was going to let Tim Allen do whatever the hell he wanted?
Well, I mean, that's definitely fair. At the same time, though, has everybody seen Avatar?
No.
I have.
Well, you mean the first one? The first one?
No, the second one.
Oh, no, I'm not going to see that.
Way of Water.
Yeah, I heard it's doing bad.
It's doing okay, I think. Hold on.
You could just as easily call it Sex with Fishes Part 2.
Yeah. So it's not pulling a Black Adam where the lead actor's out there lying about how much it's making.
No, and I like The Rock, and that's what's something that's kind of like a bummer.
To-
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
budget is 350 to 460 million. Box
Wow.
office so far is 609 million, so it is
Yeah,
way
they're-
underwater.
They're bombing. They've got to make what 2.1 between 2.1 and 2.3 billion just to break even.
About 1.92 billion to break even.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
That's by the way, actually Shadow, there are a number of popular YouTubers who do pop culture, stuff like this, way bigger than we are, who I would have expected to hate it, who didn't. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there that's worth watching. I'm probably not going to watch it because I hated the fucking first one.
Plus,
But
it's content, and it gives them something to rate. It gives
yeah,
them
it,
something to rant about.
yeah,
So,
it absolutely does. But there were about half of the F&T cast actually liked the movie.
I'd say a third. I say a third.
Yeah, you're probably
It was Jeremy. It was
Ass and
Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah, as in Ryan. I agree with Gary, who was like going. He's like, the fuck is this? which I agree with. I remember watching the first movie in 2009. Let's see. I just got out of the military about 10 months earlier, and the movie came out, and I was like, oh, it's 3D. It's pretty. Which obviously, what is it? Lava Boy and Shark Girl?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, there you go. Nobody cares. Was one of the first 3D movies, and then Avatar took it to a new height, and you're like, oh, and that was it. I didn't care after that. I didn't buy the movie. I didn't go see it again.
Right.
Nobody cared.
I've heard a lot of stuff about the Save the Whales agenda in it, which, it's fine. Don't go killing the whales. That's whatever. But if I have to sit through 3 hours preaching at me about it, I'm going to go dump as much fucking plastic into the ocean as I possibly can.
No, and that's what's stupid. How you
really feel.
I sat through fucking Star Trek 4 had the same bullshit in it, and I hate that movie for that reason. There are other things about that movie I really like, but for that reason, I call it the whale movie, and I go out of my way not to watch that one.
Well, I'll say this. What happened? Isn't that something that Jeff told?
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Wow, Samuel.
Whoa. What do you mean, Samuel? I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry. Shadow. Sorry.
Yeah.
I said, I was lounging around, and then of course, we had a little bit of a fake beef, and I was like, I'll throw some pants on for this shit.
Man, you guys were saying some shit. Like Larry was just like, I sure hope he's still kidding.
Oh no, I was kidding.
Yeah, I was telling Samuel we were in the back just before we came on. I said, well, I'm not taking any of this personal, but I said it's starting to I'm wondering if right.
I would actually message one of you guys and be like, going, hey, dude, that kind of sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, man to man, like going, hey, I didn't like that. Instead of like, putting beef on YouTube and Twitter.
Shadow, that may be the case, but yours are hiding behind a pink boa, so.
No, Shadow, you're the one with baby nuts. You're the 19-year-old, and quite frankly, you've probably never nutted in a girl.
Well, of course he hasn't. He's been pretty vocal about that. He's a virgin. I think he's holding on till he, is ready for a life with somebody, which I honestly respect.
Well, that's very commendable, though. I'm definitely not gonna get on Shadow about that. It's very commendable. And these days, you want to be careful with who you're sleeping with because some people just don't care. And I'll say this too. As you guys know, I used to live in California, and I remember it was at one time it was a felony to know that you're HIV positive and then have sex with somebody and actually infect them. When the current governor got in office, he removed that and bumped it down to a misdemeanor.
Yep.
So there's no, depending on where you are, there is no penalty for someone knowingly infecting you with HIV. So, Shadow, my advice to you is, continue to, of course, find somebody you love and be careful. On the other hand, I'm sure you've got plenty of calluses on your hands.
Well, you remember the platform that they passed that legislation on was because it was anti-gay.
Yeah.
That's what they fucking said. That's how they got that shit fucking passed. That's how they got a bunch of people to vote for that.
Where I'm at right now, where I live at now, the city council is trying to ban vaping, and they said because vaping companies are attacking Black and brown people. And they actually got a Black doctor to show up and say that cheeseburgers, sugary drinks, and alcohol are not addictive, but vaping is.
It's possible for all of those things to be addictive.
Yes.
Just saying. An addictive personality can literally become addicted to anything.
Yes.
Anything on earth. I mean, they could be addicted to huffing ground up manatees.
Yeah.
Like that could be a thing for somebody with an addictive personality. It doesn't really matter what it is. So yeah, that's of course cheeseburgers are addictive. I mean, look at America.
Michelle, I am so thankful that I didn't say anything bad about Avatar 2 because knowing what you just said now, I would feel so bad.
She said that a few minutes ago, but yeah, and look, I have, as I've said before, as many of us on YouTube have said before, if you like what you like, no shade. I have no issue with somebody liking what they like. I didn't particularly feel like I needed to see this movie, so I won't. But I have no problem if somebody liked it, like with Ryan and Az and Jeremy from D-Day Cobra saying that they liked the movie. I don't have an issue with that.
It was a movie. It was okay. However, I will discredit myself because I'll immediately get fucked up. I loved Titanic because I saw it as a 13-year-old kid. Look, I love the Titanic, the history of it before the movie came out. You son of a bitch. Fuck you.
I mean,
and quite frankly, Kate Winslet had boobs in it.
#justice for Jack, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck you.
I can't believe they killed Jack at the end. But yes, Ozzy.
No, Larry, they did not kill Jack. Rose killed Jack.
No, James Cameron killed Jack.
James Cameron killed Jack. But yeah, Ozzy.
Thank you, Larry. Larry, best friends. Best friends now. Best friends.
Yeah. But yeah, Ozzy, apparently vaping is racist against Black and brown people. We are all under fire by, and not just any vapor, flavored vaping. So I guess in my case, I can't resist, if they've got chicken and watermelon flavored vaping, I guess that's aimed at me. So that's very dangerous. On the bright side, the Black female police officer they brought in, they managed to get her to promise not to arrest any Black or brown people that the police find vaping. However, if you are white and you are vaping, your skin's going to get peeled by that nightstick.
Is that a real thing?
Yes. That's what I got from the 3-hour meeting of taxpayer money that they wasted.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I mean, I know that there are some things beyond like phenotypical differences between races that are true. Like the what is it that blacks tend to have? I think it's weaker kidneys, right? Because of the lack of sodium in Africa.
I don't know. I'm not African, so.
No, I know that, but generally speaking, most Black people originated, at least their ancestors originated in Africa, and there's a very, very low amount of sodium available in Africa, so they've adapted to not having it. So when they come over here, for whatever reason, like this has been a continuous problem with immigrants, like the Nigerians and what have you.
Technically, wouldn't Elon Musk have the same problem?
Probably, yeah. But I also imagine he probably doesn't overdo it with the sodium, even though it's readily available here.
Well, sodium is somebody who suffers from a brain disorder from the military or whatever, whatever. Sodium is something that affects me. Alcohol, sugar, stuff like that. Uh, there
Well,
are things.
right. You can,
There are things that biologically as a human being that certain ethnicities. I hate the word race, right? Because we're all the human race. There's different ethnicities from different continents.
Michelle, you are on. I will take the chicken anyway. You can email it to me.
Oh, love me.
I mean, I don't think
I
it
have a
works
friend
like
that
that.
has a no. I'm not. I'm serious. I have a friend that has a 3D printer. If you can get it to me, I will eat it.
That's gonna taste a lot like resin, man. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, right? Individually, I understand that they're, everybody's got their quirks and whatnot. What I'm saying is that, like, I don't know that Elon would have the same issues because the Dutch have not been on the African continent as long as the various black tribes. I think that this is something that goes back like thousands of years, right? It's an adaptation to the area and the nutrients that are available in any given area, right? Whereas,
but I was born and raised in America, and I've been around plenty of salt, and I don't have any problems with my kidneys.
yeah, and like I said, it's it might just be a generational thing, but your family's been here for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
So it's possible that you guys have been around long enough to build up an ability to process the salt content in American food, whereas some other people like Nigerians who've been here for maybe one, maybe two generations, even recent ones, do have problems when they end up consuming as much salt as we put on fucking everything in this country.
Well, it probably also goes to feed the fact that Americans are generationally used to bad nutrition, to where
oh yeah, we eat garbage.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
To where you have if you take someone who is indigenous. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Has grown up in Africa. Their body is different because their body is meant to deal with different environmental changes. To where here in America, we're dealing with different. Yeah, we're soft. Fucking right, we're soft.
Well, to a point, like I said,
shadow,
we're used to eating garbage. We can process shit that Europeans can't.
We can.
However, we can't process stuff that's actually, good anymore at all. Like, well, put it this way, I eat a lot of garbage. I eat cheap garbage because it's available, it's fast, it's cheap, and I don't fucking cook. However, every once in a while I'll go out and I'll splurge on a meal of good food, like a bison steak or something like that was killed fucking 50 miles from where I live. And I love it and it's delicious, but my body has a hard time dealing with that, as opposed to the fake fucking meat that McDonald's puts out, because I'm used to garbage.
See, and I'm the opposite. Because everything you eat, everything you consume is all chemically driven through your immune system, and quite frankly, I used to be the same way, which is fine. I used to get the caffeine withdrawals, the sugar withdrawals, stuff like that. My body is flipped when I have too much sugar, too much sodium, too much alcohol, or anything like that. Like, my body freaks out, and it's not because that I'm trying to balance the nature. It's because my brain has realized that due to the the brain disorder. Yeah. Oh,
right,
Shadow's living. All right.
Hey, if you haven't done it, hit the like on your way out.
Because he's gonna touch that peener.
Jesus Christ.
No, I just think that as Westerners, we've kind of missed the mark. And sometimes that just drinking water or eating an actual salad, not like a McDonald's salad, some baby spinach, stuff like that. It hits right. So, but that's my take.
Yeah, and I can see that too. Like we've discussed before, how human beings are omnivores. We require both plant and animal stuff to balance out our bodies.
Yes.
You know, to make everything function properly. I am unhealthy as shit because I eat pretty much starch and protein, and that's about it. You know, I don't go in for a lot of vegetables. I don't go in for a lot of fruits or that sort of thing. Mostly just because I don't fucking like them, and I never have. I will occasionally eat something when my body is telling me that I need to. You know, like you can feel like when your potassium's getting low, so you eat a banana.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for example, but and you can always tell what it is because you start feeling hungry for a specific thing. You know, but so I will do that when I need to, but I don't go out of my fucking way to eat rabbit food. No.
meat and potatoes. I hear you. That's what my grandfather ate,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, he died of heart disease. So it kind of runs in my family. So I mean, I'm not saying that's the sole reason, but it's definitely a reason. I do enjoy bison meat. I enjoy elk meat. Veal, stuff like that. All frozen. Lean ground turkey that's frozen. But I'll probably hang out for another 10 minutes. It's been great, but I am. This has been fun. This is the first time I've been on a Thursday night live stream, so it's good.
Yeah, we're here.
Talk to you, gents.
We're here most every Thursdays, and all that. And by the way, before he takes off, I know you said you got another 10 minutes or so, but I do want to plug your channels. Legion Games 2076, Legion Talk, Legion Wire, and Legion Teaches History. All worthwhile. He doesn't have a lot on Legion Teaches History. I keep waiting for him to upload more shit.
Yeah, I need to do that. That's on me. I did get my main Twitter account back.
I saw that.
Because apparently calling Joe Biden in a meme a Nazi, comparing him to Hitler, is not threats of violence.
Oh, do you know what? You know what's funny along those lines? I'm trying to remember who the fuck it was. It was on Chrissy Meyer's show earlier today. One of the guys who's with like Charlie Kirk, I forget his name. Anyway, he apparently had his Facebook account permanently nuked because he had made a Yakov Smirnov joke that said in Soviet Canada, suicide hotline calls you.
Jesus.
Which is a great joke, by the way, but
it is.
Yeah, they nuked him forever on Facebook for that.
Well, thank God for Twitter. But yeah, so gentlemen, continue with the conversation, and I'll let you know when I need to exit stuff.
Sure, absolutely. So, we had let's see, we talked about Captain Corey. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, Ryan, but Captain Corey got a silver play button this morning.
Yes, I did.
So if you guys, in the chat, if you have not seen the video, it is linked in my community tab. There's a link directly to that video. I'd say go watch it. It's great, actually. It's a great video. So it's about 20 minutes long. He opens a bunch of other stuff, and then he gets the big thing, the thing that we were all pushing for. And I still say I've changed up the hashtag. It was 100K for Corey, and then it was 200K for Corey. I think I even saw some 500Ks for Corey out there. I'm pushing 1 million for Corey.
Yeah,
I want to see that kid get up to 1 million.
Do we have any theories about what happened to his channel? Because I know that YouTube said, it was a mistake, and it's like, y'all seem to make a lot of catastrophic mistakes.
Yeah, Andy Signor was in direct contact with YouTube and his folks while this was all happening, and it basically the algorithm freaked out because he had 6 videos on his channel, and all of a sudden he was skyrocketing, and they thought there was something shifty afoot, so it nuked him.
Okay,
but it was an AI thing.
Okay,
so
hey, fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, no. The initial theory was that certain fans of a certain, hot but batshit insane actress, who's not that great an actress, weirdly, but it had dogpiled him because he had some videos involving her ex-husband, who was doing a nice thing for a kid.
He had Captain Jack.
Yeah, you know what? I was just watching. I'm sure you guys heard the news about her settling out of court, and
Yeah.
the YouTuber I was watching had released. There was some information coming out. He actually revealed that he found out she was behind the attacks that was happening on his channel. So she's been attacking pretty much any high profile YouTuber that was talking about the case or revealing anything that she was doing. So she was attacking them through a proxy. Now I forget the guy's name, but I know that Nate the lawyer ended up filing a lawsuit against. I think his name is Christopher Boozy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and it's just he was one of the YouTubers that these coordinated attacks were launched on. Mm-hmm. So it's all coming back to her. I mean, right. Yeah, so people are pissed off that she only has to pay. Her insurance only has to pay $1 million, but I bet you that insurance company's pissed off about that, and I'm sure they're probably looking for a way to get that money out of her.
Yeah,
because she lied to them.
I know you said you'd address this in a minute, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome, Michelle. That is awesome. I would love to get Gothics on here. On Saturday, that'd be fantastic. I'd say just have a conversation with her. I know. I'd say just have a conversation with her. She seems pretty open to conversations, and she typically only starts pushing back hard when people start insulting her. So as long as you guys are, having a cordial, friendly conversation, I don't think you're going to have an issue.
Yeah, Michelle, the main thing is as long as you feel comfortable, then I say go for it. Have a conversation with her beforehand. Just ask her what she wants to talk about, and I mean, respect is everything. Mm-hmm. I've always believed that if you're gonna have a sit down and if I'm gonna sit down and have a serious debate or discussion with somebody, I don't want to insult them, because when you lead off with insults, no one's gonna listen to you about that. But like I said, I think as long as you treat her with respect, and she treats you with respect, I think that'll be fine. I mean, you look at a certain lioness turned into the Grinch yesterday.
She did.
Boy, them teeth and them claws, and them claws were out.
Did you hear that shit she said about me?
I was laughing.
She only said that, I think, because I wasn't backstage where I could jump out and be like, "Whoa, now."
Yeah, she, and then after she spit out all that humbug, I'm gonna go on the peak. You guys coming? I was just like,
what did I miss? About...
Okay. So
she hating on Christmas.
What she said was it's a retarded holiday that has nothing to do with Christ, but she thinks as an American tradition it should stay because it's the whitest of holidays. Yeah, it's the whole thing, dude. I will send you the link to the stream, and you can watch it yourself. It's pretty fucking funny.
Oh no, I saw the link. I didn't get a chance to stay because I was making videos, but I was like, are we bashing Christmas? Or I was like, are we doing like kind of like the flip flop, like, oh, Christmas is the whitest holiday, and we're gonna.
I was laughing. I had my son, and I was pointing, and I was like, son, that is somebody who's going to get visited by 3 ghosts on Saturday night.
I'm assuming she doesn't drink. Was she like high on?
No, she doesn't drink at all. She just decided that she was going to push half of her subscribers' buttons. Because most of the people who subscribe to her are spiritual or religious in some way or other, and most of them are Christians. And
oh man, she was always picking on us too. Always, Michelle. Michelle knows.
yeah, she was there. That was a pretty good one. And then she goes off and she said something about because I don't remember. I think I dropped a super chat. She's like, "Oh, he's the channel manager, and he's a pagan, and not just a pagan, but he's a raging pagan." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Raging?"
Yo.
Don't. Her name isn't her nickname isn't the lioness for nothing. I mean, them teeth were out.
Yeah, I was
but
laughing about it.
That's not teeth. That's shitting on the majority of your audience. That's what what Hollywood does. What the hell is she doing?
Yeah, it's. I think if you watch the thing, a lot of it was a lot more good humor than I guess we're making.
Okay. Well, no, I have the link. So
and they get to a point where certain people in the chat started shitting on how around this time of year Muslims slit a goat's throat. And all this stuff, and then I threw in another super chat later. I was like, human sacrifice is better than goat sacrifice.
Well, it's different. It's definitely different.
Ozzy, yeah, send her the links and prepare yourself because she will send you a link and say, "Come on." She is not afraid. She will take the links, she will look at them, and she will invite you on. So,
what are we talking about? We still talking about Linus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I talked to her again, like I talked to her on here. Not about Christmas. Well, I mean, we could talk about Christmas, but just in general, because I understand where she's coming from. So,
Michelle, I do not blame you at all. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, there's like 3 or 4 of us in your subscriber base. I was like, I'm not the only one. I'm just the one who's like on the show more often than anybody else.
Goddamn pagans, fuck them.
Hey, now.
I kid, man. I got to back out. So, gentlemen, Lawrence, it was good to talk to you for the first time, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to be on there. Well, Saturday will be gone. Saturdays are so hard for me.
Saturday's Christmas Eve, dude. I understand if anybody can't make it Christmas Eve. I'm still doing the show, but
those are usually the main shows I want to be on because watching Cat explode because it's easy to just throw a topic because you know which ones are going to set her off, and then everybody can just get some coffee and sit back for 45 minutes and just watch her go.
That's why I keep saying I want to get ads from heel versus babyface on there and have a rant off.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
Lawrence, do you have a Twitter?
I do not.
Okay. Samuel, send me his info and we'll get him on Friday night's Royal Rumble in the future. But yeah, I can't make Saturday night because I'm going to be traveling.
Yeah.
For the Christmas holiday for the first time in like probably 12 years. I'm going home to actually be with family for once. So
good deal.
I'm actually pretty excited about that. That also means no live stream for the Phoenix the Phoenix Legions podcast on Sunday night, and no review for Game of Thrones season 1 episode 8 Monday night. So, gentlemen, thank you for having me on last minute.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you tomorrow night, man.
Samuel, always a pleasure. And Lawrence, we will get you on soon. And quite frankly, it's been good talking shit.
Same here.
See ya, buddy. Just for the record, I was first. Bye.
Whatever.
See how he dips out like that?
I knew he was going to do that, but I'm good.
That's good.
Michelle, it's funny that you say that, Michelle, because I actually planned on doing that with your permission. I was going to ask. But yeah, I have no problems doing that. I've taken a poetry class. I've stood in front. I have no problems reading it. So, but yeah, I'd love to read it for you.
Let me give me a second. It hasn't come through yet, so that is not the stupid. All right. Apparently, I can't navigate my email and chew bubblegum at the same freaking time. So, but no, I don't see it here yet. Michelle, tell you what, I will try and work that. How about we try and work that in on Saturday? Because the other ones that you have sent me are pretty far back, and I'm gonna have to go digging for those. I think they're archived right now. I think. Possibly.
And if you'd like, we'll also read one. We'll also read one next Thursday too.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
I'm
so you
not.
know.
I'm not finding it here in the email.
And we'll ask Lioness as well because I know Amira would be fine with it.
Oh, okay. You sending it now. Okay. Oh, if you sent. See, here I was thinking that you already had. Okay. No, that changes things.
Yeah, I thought you read. I thought you saw that, man. I was like,
No, I read the thing, but apparently my eyes skipped a word. Yeah, most likely. I suppose that depends on which one of them that you're talking about. I mean,
now,
because
guys,
Cat's on Instagram, so
yeah. Now, guys, while you're while we're doing this, I want to give you just a peek into what we're talking about. One of the things we're going to talk about tonight. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but a Florida city council was having a meeting, and this dominatrix walks in with two slaves dressed head to toe in leather. The dominatrix is covered. The only thing you can see is her mouth, and she had a long blonde ponytail sticking out the back. And she walks in there, and they're deciding on a grant. And it was like, what was it, like $1 million? A few
yeah.
million
So
dollars over.
it was yeah. They wanted to
They wanted to buy a waste management company, I think.
yeah.
And she demanded that they give her the money to build a dungeon for the city, and she offered to spank everyone on the board if they gave her the money.
Yeah, that was
That was hilarious.
yeah, it was. By the way, I forwarded that poem to you,
Okay.
so it should be it just came up in mine. So think probably. I mean, Larry's got the sexier voice. Speaking of which, I need to get. I think I'm going to see if I can get Squatch on Saturday because he's got to do something for me for Cat. He's going to make her swoon.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. I've got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. This is a poem by Michelle. One last dream. Slay the girl of her dreams. Steal her hopes. Whisper her dreams. Her dreams are a forbidden light. Steal the life as she breathes. Little girl lost. One last dream tonight. Let me escape a world. Let me dream. Let me live in my world of nothing more. One last dream tonight. Beautiful final days of fears and tears. A new dream born to life, a new dream. So dream with me tonight. Let me escape a world. Let me dream. Let me live in my world of nothing more. One last dream tonight. Wake me from the madness. Touch my heart. Save my soul from the nakedness of darkness. Icy grip dream a new dream with me tonight. Let me escape a world. Let me dream. Let me live in my world of nothing more. One last dream tonight. So shatter me. Shadow this illusion. Wake me from my slumber. From death comes life. So sleep no more. Wake me from this thing called life. Dream a new dream. Let me escape a world. Let me dream. Let me live in my world of nothing more. One last dream tonight. That's very beautiful.
Indeed.
That's amazing. That is amazing, Michelle.
Yeah. And she's folks in the chat, she's got a book of this coming. So as soon as we get some more information on that, we will pass it along and promote that for you, Michelle. And I'm sure Amira would have no issue with promoting it either.
Yeah, I'm gonna if Michelle's fine with it, I'll even ask her if she can pass it on to Lapeef and at least let him read it. And they might be willing to promote it, especially Anton.
Yeah, Anton might. Anton Yeah, he might. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Anton what he will and won't do. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, just be straight up and honest. I mean, just be straight up with the man. But that was beautiful, man.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I think that might be one of the best poems that I've read, and I've read some great ones. And I mean, from somebody, from people, from someone who's not published. Even when I was in my undergrad, I mean, she's right up there with some of the best that I've read, man. I mean, that's a very, very like one or two, really, and those two ended up getting book deals while we were still in class. So,
JV, you did indeed read a famous poem this morning, and he did it in full makeup. Towards the night before Christmas, but
towards the night before Gotham,
with a Batman-y, jokery twist. So, I have written a number of things in my own life, but for some reason, only one of them have I ever committed to memory, and it's not the politest of poems. I call it VG frustration, and I can recite it for you guys right now. See, I memorized it years ago.
Did you say? Tell me that's not what I think it is.
VG frustration. V is in video, G is in game.
No, I got it. I just thought that it was alluding to something else.
No, it had to do. There was a first-person shooter called Black many years ago that I was pissing me off, and I threw the controller at the screen, got up, wrote this down, and then picked the controller back up and went back to the game. And for some reason, it stuck in my head. So, yeah, okay. No, it does not start with "There once was a man from Nantucket." Nantucket is not, in fact, a limerick. So I will recite it now, just because now I want to. VG frustration by me. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers and motherfuckers, and some others who fuck their mothers. Not their sisters or their brothers, but of their mothers they are fuckers. Motherfuckers. That's it.
It's exactly what I thought it was.
I was really, really mad.
It sounds like it.
I was quite upset at some pixelated characters on a screen at the time. I was in my early 20s. I don't know.
Hey, Ozzy said he sent a meme.
Yeah, he wants me to pass that on to Linus, correct? Do correct me if I'm wrong, man.
Hey, do me a favor. Hey, can you bring up that video of the dominatrix so we can? I don't know if you wanna play the video of her speech.
I can. Yeah. I'll have to get onto Twitter to do that. So give me just a second, because that's where I found it at.
Well, the article I passed is right off the Daily Mail. You should be able to go onto it and just scroll down because they have the video.
Oh, they have the video in the article.
Yeah, and you just press play.
All right. No, then I'm going back to the private chat because my dumbass dropped the new tabs for some reason, like a jackass. So there we go. Don't need your ads. Okay. Aha. Yep, found it. All right. Give me just a second. Okay, make sure the volume's on. Their screen. Share audio. Okay, folks. So, yeah. And, for all the world, she looks just like a freaking supervillain.
She does.
Like from a comic book. It's the wildest shit.
And that mouth, dude.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's give it. Let me know if you can hear it.
I can't hear squat.
Well, they're just filing in now.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, council peoples. You may call me Mistress. I am here standing neutral to the motion approving an agreement for the proprietary purchase of yard waste processing and disposal. I do, however, find it interesting that you will spend almost $1 million to hide your secrets down the drain. Hiding that condom I know you used to cheat on your spouse with. So, that you use a
Okay, hold on. I gotta. It's just that is. I mean, it's not enough that she's using visual aids, but she paints quite a picture with her words as well. Oh yeah,
You're welcome,
James.
Michelle.
Yeah,
And Amira knows him better than I do. Well, I've never spoken to him actually, but Amira knows him very well.
All right, so let's get this over with.
a quarter of that mill to support DOMs and subs in Broward County, to build a dungeon created for us by us, the taxpayers and voting citizens. In closing, do not let this glamorous look distract you from doing your duty to take my demand. I look forward to spanking each and every single one of you at the new esteemed dungeon. You are dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so they march out here. I have seen this whole thing. They march out here, and what the council people say after they leave is fucking hilarious.
I didn't hear what they said after she left. I couldn't stop laughing. I got off after that. I couldn't stop laughing.
All right.
And happy holidays to you. Anyone else wish to speak? There being none.
City manager, are there any districts that have a dungeon?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Thank
I
you.
thought there was one at the Sapphire.
No, please.
I know
But
there were a
thank
couple of proposed clubs of a variety of natures from a couple of years ago. I thought they were mostly in District 2, though.
Mostly, we have a lot of things going on in District 2.
Apparently.
But no, I don't think we have any dungeons. But, well, there you go.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve CP3?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second, but not for the dungeon.
Commissioner Herbst,
Yes.
Commissioner Glassman,
Yes.
Commissioner Beasley Pittman,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sturman,
Yes.
Mayor Trentalis.
Yes.
Hey, I would have gave them the money, man. People need their release.
I mean, first, real quick, right up there where it says 3 dominatrix. Okay, dominatrix is singular. It should be dominatrices.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah, the Daily Mail article, they put dominatrices. But she actually, because I read the updated article, the other 2 were not dominatrix, they were her slaves. So it was just her. Now, Michelle, I think that you will be recognized in your own right, judging by what I just read. And I think that you're going to be better than even you think. All right? You keep writing. Okay? And we will promote, we will tell everyone that we know. Okay? And it's great to have heroes, but just remember that being the best Michelle that you can be will bring out your work even more than emulating your hero, which I don't believe you're doing. I think the inspiration you took is very powerful. But I do know people that are doing things, but they were trying to emulate the people that they admired. And in some cases, in my opinion, in a few of those cases, their work was actually better than the people that they look up to. And so I gave them the same advice. Hey, you concentrate on being the first you, the best you, because you never know. You might find your hero looking for you, asking you for your autograph, or telling you that you inspired them. So my answer, that's my long-winded answer, of saying yes. I do believe that you'll be seen. I think you'll be in a class by yourself. I think you'll make it in your own right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, JV, that's also that's true. I think that's true. So, Ozzy, I have no idea. I haven't talked to Kat since Saturday directly. I mean, she'd like to tweet or something. Guy named Chuck Dixon, he's a legend in the comics world, put up a picture of a cat that was done up like the Batman villain Bane. And so I tagged her with that because she likes cats. And she was pretty pleased with that. But that's probably the most interaction I've had with her since Saturday. She's been busy with work. It's Christmas week, so I have no idea. So
and I know people, especially if you're working in retail or doing what she does. To me, that's probably, I've always wanted to work during those times, and it's not because I don't look at it as a chore. Like, I just want to see the madness happen in real time. Like for example, like that I forget how many years ago it was, but I wish I had been there to see the time when this lady was in line, and I think they were outside of a Walmart, and she was talking to all these people, and it was going to be a Black Friday, right? And right when they opened the doors, she turned around and pepper sprayed all the people she was talking to, ran inside, and started grabbing Xboxes. So all these people they're rolling around on the floor because keep in mind, she hit them all at point blank range.
Yeah, no, I've been pepper sprayed. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they're rolling and screaming. She hit them. I mean, just emptied the clip. She emptied the can, and got a large group of people ran in there, grabbed the Xbox, bought it, and was out before anybody was able to get their hands on her. She was that fast.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure at some point she got brought up on charges for assaulting all those people.
No, she got away. She got away. She was too fast for them to catch her because she was outside the store. So they technically wasn't on the store property. So the store couldn't do anything about it. And she was so quick that the people that she sprayed were still blind by the time she bought it and left. And everybody behind him was so busy running in that they weren't paying attention to her. They were just trying to get what they could get. And she
Are you telling me the people that she sprayed didn't see her before she sprayed them?
No, she saw them, but I mean, when you're not thinking about it, they didn't know her name. They didn't know anything. They were just talking to her. It was on the news, Joker. That's how I found out about it. It was on the news.
It does sound a little bit like a bit like a tall tale there.
I mean, I know it sounds like a tall tale, but that's what actually happened. It actually happened. You can look it up. This lady turned around pepper spray. To my recollection, they said she got what she wanted and was out before anybody could get her. Because you have to remember, they opened up the doors, so people are running in. People are running in. The people she pepper sprayed are still, of course, they know what she looks like, but they're pepper sprayed. They're blinded. They can't get their hands on her. The store doesn't care because when she did it, she wasn't on store property. So they didn't care. And when she runs in, she's on camera running in with everybody else, grabbing the Xbox and running up to the front and buying it, and she's out, running right past the people that she just sprayed. Yeah, she'd be on camera, but the camera didn't catch her pepper spraying them. She's on camera not doing anything illegal, I would imagine. But how do you pick her out of all the people that were there running in?
Well, that's what the IT departments that work for police are for. You know,
And the other thing too is that I used to do loss prevention at a store, and I'm gonna tell you, if it happened outside the store, nobody's gonna care. Because if it had happened in our store, our manager would have been like, no. 'Cause in fact, in some cases, you can't you actually can't give out the information. Like the cops have to give they have to get a subpoena. and
they got to subpoena it. They got to get a warrant for the information,
Yeah.
but they can still do that if like 6 people who got pepper sprayed went to the cops and said this crazy bitch pepper sprayed us right at the store. The cops could. That's enough for a cops to go and get a judge to sign off on a subpoena to go get that camera footage.
Yeah, but they didn't
You know,
do it. So.
Store has to comply with that. So, hey, Squash, good to see you. I was actually in his chat earlier this evening, so he was doing a
What's up,
nice
Squash?
little show. And by the way, I did share that out. I put that up on my community tab when you were still live, actually. So right.
Hey,
after
we
I
love
left.
you too, Michelle.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. So before we get into too much else, we have been sitting on this quiz that Larry wants me to do for like 3 weeks now.
Well, there was one more thing I wanted to discuss before we do the quiz. There was this other. Now I know you and I had talked about truck driving and stuff like that, and a lot of people are getting into it. But it came to my attention that, and I'm saying this, guys, because we all drive cars, I'm sure, for the most part, and you're driving past semis all the time. Companies are now working on autonomous trucks. They are trying to get rid of truck drivers. In fact, there are some companies that have hired truck drivers who participated in live road tests activating the automated driving. They were participating in testing a program that is being built to replace them. There's a video of a guy, of 2 men in a truck, and
Thanks, man.
And the one guy has a computer, and he tells the truck driver to go ahead and press the button to start the automated program. He presses the button. As soon as the program takes over, it makes a hard left, almost hits a couple of drivers, and hits the center divider. Monday, a different company was doing the same thing, and when they got the data that they wanted, they fired 700 people, including the drivers that were testing it. Then I found out that a major semi carrier has already built some that are, they're not fully autonomous yet, but it still has truck drivers, but the truck driver could flip the switch,
JB.
and it will drive itself, right? And they want to completely replace truck drivers by 2024. So I'm pretty much just putting that out there that you guys, when you're on the road and you're driving, and you're on the freeway, you might want to be on the lookout driving past a semi, because I don't know what they're thinking. I don't think it's going to work, but apparently, they've been on the road testing this stuff and failing miserably at it, and in my opinion, putting people in danger.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think there's. I don't know. I don't know about anything anymore, man. I don't. I think I might have mentioned this last Saturday, but I just kind of hope the whole world gets syphilis in its eyes.
Whoa, I don't want that. You
I
keep that
just
to yourself. Yeah, Ozzy, I saw that. He got his truck driver tested. He got popped at a I think it was a weigh station. They were weighing his truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New Mexico, I believe. But anyway, on to the quiz. Let's see if you are your favorite character. Let's see if you truly channel Pinhead.
All right.
Albeit, if anybody who wishes syphilis upon my eyes is Pinhead.
Nah, see, he'd just give it to you.
And think he did you a favor.
Right? You'd rather meteor. Yeah, that'd probably be quicker.
What is it you wish for?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see better. Syphilis it is.
Give me eyes so I can see. That's a Bloodborne reference for those of you who don't know. All right, so let's check this quiz out. What is my strength? Dedication, discipline, creativity, or trustworthiness?
Drinking.
What?
Drinking.
That's not on that.
I'm just joking.
Honestly, I probably go with D because I'm kind of crap at discipline and creativity. I mean, I'm dedicated to the things that I dedicate myself to, but there aren't that many of those things. So
You're dedicated to your show.
yeah, friends and family. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go with dedication. All right, next. This is like one of those psychoanalyst kind of deals. What is your biggest fear? I guarantee it's not going to be on this list.
It's a hooker with cold hands.
I mean, that's not fun.
I wouldn't know.
Or a wife with cold feet.
Yeah, I imagine somebody's experiencing both of those tonight.
Yeah. Let's see. Being alone with family or friends. I'm actually looking at a different screen right now, as opposed to the one that's got the chat on it because it's blurry on my screen here. So, let's see. Being alone without family or friends, not being successful financially. My greatest fear is to have no more fear. What kind of bullshit alpha answer is that? Not believing in myself. And like I said, it's not on this list, so I'm just gonna go with no, because that'd be. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go with D. Because there is in Hellraiser 4, there are a pair of twins, and they express the very fear of like, please don't separate from me from my twins. So they get spliced together, so they'll never be apart.
Well, they asked for it.
What makes you really angry? Liars and lies, abusive parents, screaming children, bad manners. I'm gonna probably go with A. I mean, all 3 of the 4 of those things are all terrible, but and honestly, I don't really care to hear screaming children at all. But I wouldn't say that it's on the same level as any of the others.
Yeah.
No. What makes you laugh most? Sarcastic jokes, watching a stand-up comedian on TV, reading a comic book, seeing someone make fun of someone else. Probably sarcastic jokes. I don't watch a lot of comics anymore. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be? Working, playing games, traveling, doing sports? I do like to travel. We'll go with that. So, would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, drive a car, or walk? That depends on the day and my mood. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, where you're at.
Well, I mean, I'm walking right now anyway, but that's
What
not
would you
because I'm
rather
choosing
be
to.
doing?
Yeah.
What would you rather be doing?
Yep, drive a car. Plus, I do like taking like long road trips. I do very much enjoy road trips by my onesie. I like driving on highways. I find it relaxing. What type of music do you listen to? Rock, pop, classical, electronic? I listen to a bunch of different stuff.
What do you listen to the most?
Sort of in between rock and classical. It has elements of both.
Mm.
Symphonic metal is generally my go-to. Okay, we'll go with classical. What would you rather do? Holy shit, there's 30 questions. I'm only number 8. Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, vacuum the house, mow the lawn. Hands down. What is your favorite food? Meat, pasta, milk, vegetables. Well, that's easy. Have you ever had a nickname? What is it? Well, I'm not telling you. No, it's none of these things. No, I have never been called any of these names. Let's go with Lava. Why not? There's a really great short that Pixar did a while back.
I've heard of that movie. I didn't watch it though.
It's a short. It's probably 5-6 minutes long. It's worth it though. It was before Pixar went all stupid woke. It was actually really good. Do you like or dislike surprises? The last answer is only from strangers. That's a terrible answer. I'm gonna go with I hate surprises because I don't like them very much. Generally speaking, is your weakness discipline, patience, determination, or enthusiasm? Well, generally, if I'm around somebody who's too upbeat and bubbly, I kind of want to beat them to death with a sack full of kittens.
All right, Wednesday Addams.
It just, I don't know, and bring balance back to the universe, I guess. So we'll go with enthusiasm. Yeah, I'm not super enthusiastic about anything. Even when I am enthusiastic, I have a tendency not to show it externally. Yeah. What do you do in the evenings? Visit friends, play games, watch movies, read a book. It depends on the day. Like right now, I would say I'm visiting with friends. Later, I'll probably play a game or watch a movie. I might actually bust out one of the 18 fucking books I'm in the middle of.
18 books?
Yeah, I bounce between them.
You've been reading them since you were 12?
No, I've been reading them since this year. I will read generally between 30 and 50 books a year, but I don't generally do them all at once. So it's a habit I picked up when I was a little kid, you know, where I'd go to the library and I'd get a stack of books, but I had all of those books only for 3 weeks. And I wanted to get into all of them. So I'd start, you know, reading one and I'd read for a while and then I'd put it down and then I'd pick the other one up, read that for a while. And I didn't even use bookmarks. I just remembered which page I was on in each one. I don't know why I could do that. There's so many other things I can't remember for the life of me, but yeah, we'll go visit friends. Why not? See, this doesn't seem like a Hellraiser-y kind of thing. I'm sure it's going to get super fucked up, but where's your ideal vacation? Hawaii, Egypt, boat cruising, Budapest, Vienna, and Prague. It's definitely that last one.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't. I'd very much like to. I mean, Vienna, I don't really care that much about Austria, but I'd love to go to the Czech
You don't want
Republic.
any of their sausages?
Not particularly, no.
Well, okay.
So, yeah, I'd like to go to Budapest. I'd really love to go to Bucharest. But yeah, Eastern Europe, definitely. How many days would you live on a deserted island? Well, that depends. Do I have water? That's not this this shit. The
Surrounded by water you can't drink.
Yeah. It kind of depends, like how deserted is deserted. Like, are some of these fruit bearing trees? You know, they got coconuts on there because you can live for quite a while on that, very minimal. But you know what? I'm gonna go with that last answer. I would live all my life because
On a deserted island?
I'm certain I would die on that island. So yes, it would be all of my life.
All right.
All of the rest of it.
You might get pinhead after all, or at least a Cenobite. You have water, but it's Dasani. Yeah, Rez. I am not a fan of Dasani.
No, Dasani's not good. Dasani's like tap water from Mexico. Let's see. What would you do with infinite money? I would end poverty. You can't throw money at shit. That's not how it works. But I would buy expensive clothes. I would buy most beautiful cars. Okay, now this is ambiguous. Does it mean I would buy most beautiful as in they're very beautiful, or most of the beautiful cars that exist?
I wouldn't use them. What does that mean?
I assume it means I wouldn't use the money.
Yeah, it's true, Ozzy. Infinite money is worthless. It's called inflation.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I was the only one with infinite money, that's a different story. Nobody
Well,
else had
eventually-
any money.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. Well, I was gonna say eventually you would cause inflation, but
Mhm.
that's if you were spending like a madman,
Yeah,
and even then it would
pretty.
take.
Yeah, I'm pretty stingy. How would your friends describe you? Funny, smart, loyal, strong.
I would say loyal.
Probably C. Yeah. I mean, I can be funny, but that's not generally what I'm known for in friendships, I guess. What are your hobbies? Traveling, doing sports, cooking, or reading books? We're going with reading books. I don't.
Reading books.
I don't fucking cook. I'm not into sports ball at all. I like traveling, but it's not something I get to do often. So reading books it is. Hey now, Ozzy. Rude. What is your favorite pet? I fucking hate animals.
I would say knowing you, the least annoying to you would be a cat.
That's incorrect. I hate cats.
Oh, wow.
I also don't like dogs. Parrots are better off being on a kebab, and fish are a massive pain in the ass. If I had to pick a pet that I would keep, that I would like, it'd be something like a rat or a scorpion.
Okay. Yeah,
Rats
you're
are-
definitely.
Rats are cleaner and smarter than cats are, first of all. They are.
What?
That is a fact. And they make excellent pets. They're social animals. They're not just like, come around when they want something, bitches like cats are.
Wow.
And scorpions are really, really easy to take care of, and they're quiet.
You can also get stung in the butt cheek.
Only if they get out, which they can't do. That's why you put them in the round glass bowls. You don't even have to put a top on it because they can't climb the glass.
And just have it sit there for all eternity until it dies. You're
No,
not
you
gonna
don't
let
just.
it walk.
No, you don't. You don't just let it sit there. I mean, you obviously feed and water the damn thing. And every once in a while you got to pull them out and clean the bowl and all that stuff, just because it gets gunked up like any pet's cage does.
And that's when you get stung.
Well, no, you pick it up by the tail right behind the stinger. Its body weight will hold its pinchers away from you. Tell me without telling me that you've never owned a scorpion.
I've never owned a scorpion.
I don't know. I guess I'll go with dog, because they bitches, but they loyal bitches. What form of public transportation do you prefer? Train. I like trains.
You see that train go through that semi truck yesterday?
No.
I mean, it was a couple of trucks. It just like they were paper, and then derailed.
What's your favorite zoo animal? Lion, giraffe, monkey, bear?
Lion is.
Well, no, I do have great affection for our lioness. I do, but it's a cat. I mean, look, when you get down to brass tacks, a lion is a cat.
Yeah, that's true.
I would probably go with bear, because monkeys are assholes and giraffes kind of freak me out. What do you like the most in school? Well, I haven't been in school in like 25 years. I don't. I will go with language. I did all right in art and math, but yeah, language was probably the easiest thing for me. Language and history. If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Oh
Stop.
boy!
Wait a minute.
Stop
These don't
drinking.
sound like warning labels.
Stop fighting.
Stop
drinking.
Let's go with C. I don't know. I don't see how those answers don't seem to jive with that question at all. If you could join any past or current music group, which would you want to join? Well, they're going to throw answers at me, but I'd go with Queen. Why is Prodigy on here with fucking Queen and the Beatles and even Nirvana? I despise
I was about to
Nirvana,
say
but
that.
they are a much higher tier than Prodigy.
Yeah.
Wait, they had one hit, "Smack My Bitch Up." That was it. Queen, on the other hand, has a massive discography of
massive.
hits.
Sure does.
Hippo. How many languages do I speak? Well, I speak English and bad English. fluently. I have a very, very limited understanding of Spanish and an even more limited understanding of Russian. So I wouldn't say I actually speak those languages. I understand more than I can actually speak, but not a lot more. So we'll just go with
Amira, on the other hand, speaks both.
Yeah, she speaks well. Her Russian isn't
Oh,
great,
Russian. Yeah.
you know, but she speaks 5 languages. Hell, Lou speaks 2 or 3, you know. So
I'm too lazy to learn a different
the
language.
sci-fi count. I mean, I did learn some Klingon when I was a kid. You know.
I watched Star Trek too.
Oh, my mom got me the Klingon dictionary by Michael Okuda.
There's a Klingon dictionary.
Yeah, you can actually take college courses and learn Klingon. I mean, it's a fully developed language, not as developed as Sindarin is from Lord of the Rings, but it's pretty damn fully developed.
Who in the world is walking around speaking Klingon?
Well, the guy I was just mentioning who wrote that book, Michael Okuda, he built the language from the ground up because he wanted it to sound authentic on screen.
Well, I guess he created the first
Yeah.
real and what do you want to say, defunct language, dead language.
No, not necessarily, because like Tolkien created 3 whole languages himself. Hell, even George R. R. Martin did with that Dothraki, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And then Luc Besson created an entire language and made Mila Jovovich learn it fluently before they filmed The Fifth Element.
Be polite. I still remember when she said that.
Yeah. So who knows you best? Your mom, your partner, your friend, nobody but yourself. We'll go with that last one.
What is it you wish for?
What is your pleasure, sir? What possessions would you keep? Family photos? Photos of you? Why would I keep photos of me? I don't even let people take photos of me.
Ozzy, good luck with the Tagalog. There's like 100 dialects, I think. Like 100 different dialects of Tagalog.
Yeah. Books or wedding ring would probably be one of the 2 of them, because I still have my wedding ring. I've been divorced for 5 fucking years, but I still have the ring. I never got rid of it. I also have all the books I've collected throughout my life too. So I've had those longer than the ring. Fuck it. What age do you feel is best? 20, 30, 40, or 50? Well, I haven't been to the last one yet, so I don't know. 40 is, I honestly, I'd probably say 30. Yeah. 20, I was too full of, I don't know, hubris,
I was all
I
over
guess.
the place. I was all over the place at 20.
Yeah. 40, I feel too broken. I'm sure 50 is going to suck. What's your favorite drink? Water, wine, beer, or whiskey? Of those, probably water. But if I had to pick alcohol, I'd go with whiskey over any of that other stuff. It's the best way to start the day. Coffee, don't drink coffee. Sports, don't watch sports. C, laying in bed is usually how that goes. And I don't eat breakfast generally ever. So we'll go laying in bed.
Riley.
Oh, really? So okay. So what you didn't tell me was that these were characters from the new Hellraiser.
I didn't know they were characters from the new Hellraiser.
Riley is the main character in the new Hellraiser. And she's a fucking drug addict.
That's why I'm laughing.
I don't think I like that answer, man.
That's hilarious. Of all the people, you didn't even get a Cenobite, man. You got Riley.
I mean, to be fair, she survives and she outsmarts, everybody in the end, eventually.
Including Pinhead,
after almost everybody she cares about gets eviscerated.
Pinhead was shocked too. He was like, "Wait a minute, you don't want nothing?"
Yeah. Well, no, that was the only correct response. However, it was also probably the most damning.
He looked shocked though, especially with his response. He was just like,
"Yeah," because because it was like, "Holy shit, you're really going to take that kind of suffering on? We don't even do that."
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was I'm gonna have to watch that again. I know I told you guys I was gonna do like a video review of it. As it turns out, I'm just not disciplined enough to sit down and make myself do that shit.
And we're
At some
supposed to be going over Troll, which I still haven't watched.
Yeah. I think you'll like it. I liked it for the most part. I had a couple of issues with a few things, but I'm not going to say any of them right now because you haven't seen it. But I think overall you'll probably like it. I did. And according to the very few Norwegians I know on the internet, it's pretty damn accurate with the lore.
Mm.
So, yeah, that for the most part. But I enjoyed it. I would recommend watching it if you got Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, I mean, yo ho. So, what is this Shaquille O'Neal Arizona ice cream soda? I don't know what that is, man.
I've tried that. It's the Arizona iced tea
Oh
has
yeah,
different
yeah.
types of flavors.
Oh, they
There's
make cream
one,
soda now?
yeah, it's old. The Shaq one's been out, but his face is on it, and his face it's all stretched out, but his face is on it, and it's a cream soda. It's pretty good.
I thought they just did tea though.
No, they have these are like tall. They're like tall cans. They're long, tall cans. They're
Okay.
I've seen them more in liquor stores than actual regular stores. So you might have to go to a liquor store to find them. And where you're at. I don't even know if they have them out there. But I would say shoot, order them on Amazon. But they've been out for years. They're pretty good.
Yeah, we can get some things out here that you would be surprised, like absinthe.
Pepper spray.
Yeah, that too. But like, you can get absinthe in Wyoming. It's not the good absinthe. It's made with lesser wormwood as opposed to greater wormwood. But the greater wormwood stuff is the stuff that's legendary that people would take with laudanum and see like green fairies and shit. The lesser stuff doesn't make you hallucinate. It just makes you feel a little bit wonky. But because the greater wormwood stuff is still illegal in the United States. Mostly because people die.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, it's it's funny actually. Some of that stuff in Revelations where it talks about the star wormwood falling and poisoning a third of the waters of the world.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what Chernobyl means, right? It's Ukrainian for wormwood.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it also poisoned a third of the waters of Europe when it melted down, when it did its thing. And at the time when that particular passage was written, I mean, that pretty much was the known world. And also the only plants that grow in abundance anywhere near there are greater and lesser wormwood. Just putting that out there.
Well, that's food for thought.
Yeah. A little bit of random factoids for y'all, because I got fuckloads of those because I read a lot more than you might think. But there's some guys like Chaotic Truth, who was on Amira's channel the other day. He obviously is very well read, but he's very well read in a specific kind of direction, right? And I don't have an issue with that or anything like that. I wouldn't say I'm well read in an academic sense. I would say that I am probably a little more well-rounded though, because I read a little bit of whatever takes my fancy, and a lot of it's pretty random shit. I am currently listening to an audiobook by Dr. Becky Smethurst, who incidentally has a channel here on YouTube. I follow her. She's an astrophysicist out of Britain, and she wrote a book about black holes. And I've been listening to that in bits and pieces, and it's really interesting stuff. But I also prefer fiction over nonfiction, so there you go. But also, I can't. Of the nonfiction books I read, the information gets stored in my head, but it doesn't catalog well. So even if I can pull up the information, I can't necessarily cite the source. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So the information's in there, but yeah. Yes, I think there's only the one H, but yes, Smethurst. She's pretty cool. Let me pull up. I'll drop her link in the chat because she's pretty cool. Occasionally she does reactions to like sci-fi shows and like kind of bags on those a little bit. She did one on Stargate SG-1 because they did a thing where they opened up the gate and it opened up to a planet that was being eaten by a black hole, and then they couldn't close the gate and it started to suck Earth through the hole. And she was actually kind of complimentary on that one because they were bringing up stuff that doesn't usually get talked about by outside of whatchamacallit, scientific circles and whatnot.
Mm.
So like redshift. So I'm assuming you guys probably know what redshift is, right?
Ozzy probably does. Look up Dr. Becky S.
I think her channel is just Dr. Becky. Yep, there it is. So I will grab the link here and drop it in chat for you guys because it's pretty worthwhile. She doesn't upload often, but as a matter of fact, the background picture that you see is a photograph of the Phantom Galaxy as taken by the JWST.
Just
James Webb Space Telescope, which she is involved with. So sometimes I get cool new pictures of that stuff, and that's where I got this. This is a photograph of an actual, actually taken by the new space telescope. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
So also it looks a little bit like Azathoth, so that makes me happy. But yeah, I'd recommend checking her out. She does some neat stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I guess Bo, you already follow her. She's pretty cool. Yeah, so now that we know that I'm apparently the drug addict who gets everybody killed
And outsmarts Pennywise.
after everybody's dead, Pinhead, different
Pennywise.
monster.
I don't know why I said Pennywise. I must be sleepy.
Totally different thing.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you can call Pinhead evil. I mean, maybe neutral. No, because he's equal opportunity.
Right.
But then again, so is Pennywise.
Well, Pennywise feeds on fear. That's a whole other thing. And Pennywise is, for all intents and purposes, a Lovecraftian entity from the space between worlds.
No, what I'm saying is that he feeds on fear, yes, but not whether or not somebody's good or evil. He doesn't care.
No, not at all. Well, and Pinhead doesn't care either.
That's what I said.
But they do change some stuff. Like in this newest Hellraiser, it's about whose blood gets on the fucking box, and they're marked as a sacrifice. But I think it was in Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, they get called up because Dr. Chenard and the resurrected Julia, they have the kid open the puzzle box because she likes puzzles. Well, Cenobites show up, and the female Cenobite's about to go rip her open, and Pinhead stops her, and he goes, "No, it's not hands that call us, it's desire." And then he looks right at the wall where Chenard is hiding behind. So it's like, I don't know, the rules get a little weird. So, but yeah. So I think probably we're going to wind it down here. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is freezing a little bit.
It's all good, man. It is late, and plus where you're at, it probably is freezing, literally.
Yeah, a little bit. It's I'm very
you got icicles between your ears.
I'm inside. I'm under blankets and shit right now, and I can still feel the cold coming through the wall that's like 8 feet away from me. So yes, it probably is some, and it's just been that kind of week. So you guys, I will eventually get back to doing some gaming streams. I'm just gonna let it warm up a little bit because I haven't been able to do much in the cold. Makes my brain run slow, makes the computer run slow, makes everything just slow. Actually, Ozzy, I agree. I absolutely love that fucking movie. It's one of my very favorites.
Good one, Ozzy.
Yeah. I bet. So yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I will put Ryan's links in the description here before too long. And tomorrow night, I will be on his channel, Legion Talk, about 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And we'll be on there, and Kat, the Hijabi Gamer, should be on there as well as JV, who was in the chat earlier, and Ryan himself, being as it's his channel. And then obviously, I know it's Christmas Eve. I know a lot of people have plans. I will most likely still be doing a show Saturday afternoon unless something drastic changes, which I doubt. So we will see y'all then. And I believe the Linus is planning on doing a show Saturday night as well. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's the case.
Yeah, I talked to her earlier. I talked to her earlier, a few hours ago, and her words were, "We're definitely gonna be on Saturday."
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, we'll see.
So, Larry will definitely be there if we do go live on the Linus channel. I know you're. Well, I don't know. Will you be? Because it's Christmas Eve. You guys are probably going to be pretty busy.
It depends. It depends. I mean, we'll be with the family at so I'm gonna try to make what I can. But knowing as late as she streams, I will be home by then. So
yeah.
So I'm leaning towards yes.
Yeah. No worries, man.
Christmas Day, I'm sitting down. I've already told my family, I was like, I'm spending that whole day gaming. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. The boy has his presents. He got them early for that reason.
Yeah. No worries, man. I will. You'll have the link regardless for SITV. But I like I said, I understand if you're busy. I know it sounds like Bo's going to be busy. I understand if almost everybody's busy. Christmas is not a thing that I do, so I will go ahead for those who would rather spend the time with me. I don't know. And I don't know how Kat's work schedule is going to work out that day, but if she's free, she will most likely be there as well.
She'll be working.
So
she should be off a little bit after you start, I would imagine.
Yeah. So we will and she'll also be on Ryan's channel tomorrow, so I'll ask her then if she's still planning on going on. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not looking for like a lot in the way of guests or anything like that, because I understand people are busy. So no worries there. Hopefully we will and if all else fails, we will see you all the week after.
Mm-hmm. And guys, remember, as we're leaving, it could be worse. You could be hanging out with swimming turtles.
I don't think that works as well as mine does.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
What is it you pray